am Frank Giaoui, the CEO and founder of Optimalex. And Pete, you are an expert claim, senior expert in claims, and you would like to follow on the description of a typical claim adjustment for a truck accident, an auto liability accident. Go ahead.
Yes, yes, absolutely. So Bob, let's get together. I know I said let's get together in 120 days, but I think 6 months is probably a good time for us to talk more about this auto claim and the suit. So Bob, please give me an update of what updates you have been able to develop since our 90-day review.
Okay. Well, as far as new details, we received a police report that confirmed that our driver was cited for failure to yield and distracted driving and listed as at fault in the intersection accident. Another driver behind our injured driver said our driver ran the stoplight and accelerated when he approached the intersection, rather than braking when the yellow light came on. The witness driver felt our driver could have stopped in time and avoid the collision altogether. The witness also said the injured driver was driving faster than the speed limit as he approached the intersection. A gas station security camera at the intersection confirmed our driver entered the intersection at a high rate of speed and after the red light had come on. The plaintiff has continued to treat with an orthopedist for the back injury, has not returned to work yet, and now has back surgery scheduled next month. We have received the medical reports for the initial hospitalization per our attorney's request for production of documents, but no recent notes about the back injury and recommended surgery. The plaintiff attorney will not allow an interview of his client and cites a police report stating that this case is an easy layup for a big jury award. He goes on to say that his client makes $70,000 a year and his lost wages alone for the rest of his life total more than $1 million. He demands we pay the $1 million policy limit within 60 days or he will go after the insured's assets. Our defense attorney says that the insured's vehicle did exceed the speed limit shortly before the collision by 10 miles per hour, per the reconstructionist's verbal report, and does not show the brakes were applied until a few seconds after the collision. The reconstructionist also says that the point of collision was the passenger front of the insured's vehicle to the driver's side front of the plaintiff's vehicle, which leads him to believe that the insured did run the stoplight and was not paying attention to the plaintiff's approach to the intersection. This info indicates a greater liability than we thought.
Yeah. Yeah, oh, I agree. I think you're right. I think this does paint a picture of greater liability for our insured's vehicle.
I also got a call from the underwriter this morning. The insured is complaining to them that our claim reserve is too high, given that the driver is the owner's son and has told his father that he did nothing wrong. The underwriter says that the insured's renewal is coming up and the large reserve we have on the file will cause his rates to go up significantly.
Yeah. Okay, well, let's share with the underwriter that our attorney feels that we have significant liability based on the reconstructionist's comments, physical evidence, and the degree of injuries and subsequent damages for the plaintiff. Let's share that the value range for the jury awards in this county in the past ranges up to several $100,000 more than the current reserve.
Okay, I will, Pete, I will.
Okay, great. So how are we doing on the injury details and the damage verification?
Well, the plaintiff attorney did send in the bill for the back surgery. and all it shows is that the plaintiff had an L5 S1 laminectomy and fusion. The bill totals 60,000. The plaintiff attorney has just sent in the medical records for the initial ER treatment, about 200 pages, and we are going through them now. We have no records from the back surgery yet, although they've been requested a couple of times. This plaintiff attorney is slow rolling the production of medical info to help scare us into thinking that the plaintiff had no pre-existing condition. We have no clue about that.
Okay. All right. Okay. How about the lost wage verification?
On this point, we did get verification of the plaintiff's salary and that he has been off since the date of the accident. The plaintiff's employer terminated his employment after being absent for 6 months, subject to rehire, per their employment policies.
Okay. Yeah, I think that'll be used by the plaintiff's attorney too. Okay, well, let's continue to push for the medical records from the surgery to see if any of the back problems are pre-existing and see if there are any other pre-existing conditions that the plaintiff had that contributed to the prolonged recovery or unrelated treatment.
Oh, I see. Do you want to find some kind of apportionment on the liability and the causation?
Potentially, that may help us in our valuation of the claim if he has pre-existing problems and we're not responsible for those, or at least not responsible for all the problems.
I see, Pete. Oh, also, our attorney says that the trial date has been set in 4 months now.
Okay. Well, so we're coming up, getting on under the gun right now. Okay, Bob. So with the AI tool updated and the value range of the claim is still up to 450,000, I think we need to begin settlement negotiations sooner rather than later. While I don't think the claim value, I'm sorry, while I don't think the claim value has all of the elements of a policy limit claim yet, we appear to be in a liberal venue and need to start moving. The AI tool gives us true values of similar claims that may have some mitigating factors, but still have significant exposure. I think that our initial offer should be within the value range and significant enough to warrant a response and possibly a counteroffer. Let's make an offer of 210,000 and see what the response is that we get. Our goal will be try to resolve the claim before any additional legal expenses incurred and or the plaintiff attorney convinces his client to go all the way to trial.
I agree. I will call the plaintiff attorney and make the offer today with the reasons behind our offer, mentioning the factors that we don't know yet that might diminish the value. Should I say that we have different similar claims with actual value? How should I manage with the information we got through the AI?
Well, you can say that you've reviewed similar claims, which you have through the AI tool, and you know that the value range, that we're within the value range for this claim. He may or may not like that, but I think that'll help us as to the value of our offer.
Okay, I understand. So now what's next?
Okay. Well, let's get together here. Really like to push this forward. So maybe in a couple months, let's get together again and see where we are and see how the offers are going and any additional details we've been able to get.
Okay. So let's assume now we are at what would that be? 200 days review or similar 210-day review?
Yes.
All right.
Okay. All right, Bob, come on in. Let's talk about the progress on your auto claim and suit.
Yes, Pete, I made the offer to the plaintiff attorney as we discussed, and of course he scoffed at it. About a week later, he sent me a letter saying that he would reduce his demand to 850,000 compared to the 1 million, of course, if the check was sent within the next 2 weeks. We discussed this reduction, and while we still don't have all of the medical info, I increased our offer to 300. Our initial offer was 210,000, just as a reminder. I cited the good recovery from the leg fracture and the plaintiff's probable ability to perform some work at his father's company in another capacity. The plaintiff attorney said we were not dealing in good faith, but he would reply to the offer. Sorry.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Good. Well, please continue.
Yeah, so the underwriter on their side says the insured has calmed down a little based on the AI data showing the value range of this claim. So this tool is really helping us also on the discussion with the insured. The underwriter talked with our chief actuary, who has indicated that the AI value makes her feel more comfortable about the reserves.
Okay, good on both areas. Okay, well, with the development of the facts that we have so far and the range of our tool, I think we should increase the reserve to the predicted high value of the claim of 450,000. Let's increase our offer, if you agree, to 365,000.
Yeah, I agree. I think the earlier we settle on this one, the better off we will be. And I will emphasize the plaintiff's high school education, ability to work without problem, and likely continued employment with family business as a supervisor.
Okay, good. We'll get together here. Love to get this resolved within a year, maybe in another month or two.
Okay. Thank you, Pete.
Thank you, Bob. Okay, Bob, I wanted to get together with you since the last information we got, and I know we're negotiating. Please tell me where you are on this claim.
So the plaintiff attorney responded to my offer of 365, saying that he would reluctantly advise his client to take 700. Remember, he was 1 million at the beginning, right?
Right.
And he said 700 only if we will pay that to resolve the claim, of course, promptly. I told the attorney that the value is way outside of the resolution values for that county, and this case has no aggravating factors to make us consider a value in that range.
Oh, that's good. Great use of the AI tool. That really gives us, confidence behind our offers. Good, Bob.
Yeah. I called the plaintiff attorney back and I told him that our last and highest offer would be 450,000, which again is the highest we have seen in our experience of similar claims. I told him we had surveillance video showing his client at a job site walking easily, bending, turning, and lifting things at different times. This would help convince a jury that he was not as injured as his claim. I told him if this offer was not accepted, that we were prepared to go to trial. And you know what? The plaintiff attorney called back after a few days and said that his client has decided to accept our offer against his advice.
Of
Who
course.
knows what happened really? The
Right.
claim is resolved, it appears, Pete.
Oh, that's great news, Bob. That's great. So this AI tool has been very useful in helping us to establish a legitimate value for this claim, even in a range in a jurisdiction that we were not familiar with. Since we had not had cases in that county, we could use the experience of others in that area, factor in the performance of the plaintiff attorney and the judges and juries in that area, and reserve and negotiate the claim with much more confidence with the power of AI data behind this. The AI tool has helped us prove the value of this claim to the insured, placate their initial emotional response to the accident and their employee. That's a tough sell if the boss's son is saying, I did nothing wrong. But the AI tool really helped us there. Underwriting and chief actuary also feel more confident in claim values and our customer service which will enhance our ability to attract new customers in the future and retain profitability. Good job, Bob.
Well, thank you, Pete. And so now that the claim is resolved, we can close our video. Thank you again for following Casualty Connect, our video series of uh, property and casualty insurance and the use of AI and new technologies. Today we had our distinguished guest speaker, Pete Sisserson, senior expert in claims, and I'm Frank Giaoui, CEO and founder of Optimalex. See you soon. Bye bye.